listening to Mac and Zakk in the Future, the show that's crazy. With your new host, Justin Fetzer, and your side host, me, and him.
I'm him. Justin's
All right,
now.
lead it off, Justin.
Come on, Justin. You're the
Well, we're
host.
walking on the... I fucked that up.
Keep going.
We're welcoming this new year with the podcast into 2013.
And we're
yes,
all
we
alive.
have Zakk and Mac here. And yes, we are all alive. The world did not end. But I'm starting to think, because everybody is sick, that's how the world's going to end. Some biological warfare. Yeah.
I also want to throw in that Justin still has all of his toes.
Oh yeah, it has been. We have passed into a new year, and Justin still has all of his limbs and extremities. No knife accidents lately,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Good.
So he burnt his girlfriend.
Oh, he did burn his girlfriend, though. You sound like a crazy. You said like you people are imagining a flamethrower right now,
I set that
or
bitch
a
on fire.
torch, or just rope and
Does she listen
gasoline.
to this?
No.
I think she would like it. Just said, let's set this bitch on fire.
I set that bitch on
And
fire.
then back went off and he went on a tangent about my voice. And then I get mad at people who mimic my dancing at concerts. I'll be right back.
It sounded like Urkel.
That's hilarious.
I don't know if Max ever heard her talk like that, because I haven't.
No.
She's never raised her voice around me.
I don't know.
Alright. And
just talking-
we're back.
And we're moving on.
And we're back.
It's libelous, we can't do that. It's slanderous and libelous.
It's like, and we're back. Alrighty.
So,
If you are no longer hearing us say, and we're back, it is good, and you have edited that scene out. And Justin should be very, very sorry.
since our last
Why should I
podcast,
be sorry?
Because you didn't send the message directly to her, you said it on the podcast, you jerk.
I don't care. Now the whole world knows.
You gotta have the balls. If you're gonna talk shit to a female, make sure
Do it.
you at least send the
Have the
Facebook
balls.
message yourself.
yes, and be online when they read it, because that's the decent, the damn decent.
Any good man these days would stay online to wait for his hate mail from his hate bitches.
From his hate bitches. And
This has
hate
been another
hoes.
message from Barack Obama.
Oh.
That could be a segment. Barack Obama's bitches. I've dated quite a few bitches in my life up until I came upon the best bitch of them all. I married that bitch. That is all.
You were asking about the fiscal cliff.
The fiscal cliff is fine. It's still there. You can jump off of it if you want, but Obamacare.
See, we're getting satire. See, that's political banter right there. That's pro shit.
See, niggas, we big time now.
We're breaking out of this box.
That was the first time I said it.
I would have to
It's the first time I've ever actually said and
They can't keep doing it. It's harder
vinegar.
to edit.
Vinegar.
That's still.
Vinegar.
Yeah, I don't care. I
Vinegar.
don't care.
Vinegar.
iTunes won't care, or iTunes might care actually.
If I say vinegar,
No, actually, they probably won't care, but they don't.
yo, what up, my vinegar?
I don't even know how they do
These are
that.
my
How
vinegar.
they can monitor
Can you say-
all the podcasts to make sure you don't say anything.
Can
I
you-
think they wait for people to report it. Actually, they wouldn't just go
Yeah.
through it before they released it.
Can you say vinegro?
No, because that doesn't mean anything. But it like 3/4 of the word is racist.
3/4 of that word is racist. So just make sure you only use that 1/4. Like there will be a fee every time you use any racial terms such as white tennis player, goofy white golfer, and tennis bitches.
Tennis bitches.
Thank you, Mac.
I'm Barack Obama.
What are you
Barama.
Italian?
I am Barack Obama. This has been another message brought to you by Barack Obama and Barack Obama.
I think we need news.
Some people,
I don't want it in Barack Obama's voice. Hand me Mac's tablet.
every minute 40 children are wounded by dogs.
Was it children or people?
I'd be happier if it was children.
Jeez, Barack. I
My
know
name
you're
is
already
Barack Obama.
Oh, so it's not slanderous?
It's only slander if you don't want it, baby.
No means no.
What are you doing with my porno tab?
Porno tab.
Jesus. Porno tab is right.
He probably does look up a lot of porn. That's why he's gonna get one of them medical bracelets.
Delete my browser history. If I die, delete my browser history.
Change my underwear.
Max Matt's words. Change my underwear and delete my browser history. It's all like porn, and then did the girl from Bring It On die?
That's because you explained that already.
I didn't hear it.
I misspelled something typing it in, and I noticed that Google offered me a whole bunch of lists of did the girl from this or did the girl from that die. And I know the bigger black chick from Road Trip, she died during knee surgery.
Yeah, you told me that.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the new guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Justin.
Yeah. Doesn't Bappy look like him?
Tony said he's gonna grow up to look like him.
Bappy totally looks like him.
Breaking news and top.
Justin, you look like Meg White.
Who the fuck is that?
That's the chick from the White Stripes.
Oh.
Like
You look like one of the members that didn't make it into the Gorillas. Justin just auditioned for the Gorillas. What am I talking about?
Band gorillas?
Yeah. No, Justin, the actual gorillas. Would it be alright if I, ate bananas with you guys?
Wow,
fucking tablet sucks.
Your tablet sucks. You don't know how to use it.
Yeah, dude, watch.
Are you using porno?
No.
See?
Oh, I'm trying to get
It only works that way, huh?
Yeah, that's the only way it works. You got a weird neighbor.
It's like a reverse adult lockout.
Yeah, because we use my neighbor's internet, which is suck my balls. That's the name of the router. And Tara's like, I couldn't get on to suck my balls the other day, like, which is just like, she's like, how did? My wife said suck my balls. That's the funny thing that happened. I can't remember how it happened, but it did.
Well,
What are you trying to do on my tablet, Zach?
looking up news. There's not much news.
There's plenty of nudes on the internet.
You're in the porn jokes right off the bat.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
You can't miss a beat.
Alright, we're gonna go through this one more time. Zach acts like he never watches porn, but he'll make fun of me. And everybody crucifies poor old Mac for watching porno. Well, you know what?
Everybody watches porn.
Except for Justin, because what's the point when you don't have a dick?
Have a dick.
Yeah, a dick. It should be a fucking ringtone. I don't have a tiny dick on my nose. Looks like a drawing all the time.
Okay, Justin. You were talking about how you think the world's gonna end with being sick. It says early flu season accelerates, no peak yet. What do you think of this flu shit? Because you had it, whatever that was.
Yeah, everybody's had it.
Yeah, and it's going around like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you can see how fast this stuff spreads.
Yeah.
So
Who knows?
I don't.
What goes around comes around, round and round.
I think the world's gonna end because
Because of a flu?
no, not because of the flu. That's how it ends in The Stand. Stephen King's The Stand.
Mm-hmm.
Was Stephen King ever right about anything?
He was right about vampires. These vampires are cool. They don't sparkle. They're not gay. So there you go.
But if they weren't gay, then why would they only wear one earring?
What vampire does that?
Corey Feldman.
The Lost Boys?
Stephen King had nothing to do with the Lost Boys. I'll look up funny news.
Look up kids news.
Huh?
Kids news.
I'm just gonna look up really local shit.
Really local shit.
Yeah. and
Welcome back to Really Local Shit
Really?
with your host, Rudy Local.
Thank you, Tom. I'm Rudy Logan.
And I'm Barbara Walters. And I'm Barbara Walter Mouth Out.
That's a good
And I miss my brother. Flower blooms only once every who gives a shit, and I missed it because of
Okay.
you, Dennis. I'm gonna kill you, Dennis, and that's why I'm gonna go to hell. Come here, Dennis! He jokes him out. I'm gonna kill you and watch the life fade from your tiny little annoying eyeballs. And then I'm gonna kill your dad for being so goddamn happy every day. And then I'm gonna fuck your mom. And you're gonna die, Dennis Little Menace. And that little annoying, weird looking kid, I'm gonna kick him in the face till his jaw falls off. Are you dead yet? There he goes. As I watch Dennis's life pass from his eyes, and the grass fall from his cold, lifeless fingers, I stood up in my lawn, and I pulled down my trousers, and I pissed on him.
Don't worry, this is getting edited out. Keep going though. If it's good enough, I'll keep it.
Is what they told me in the insane asylum. When I broke loose, and I married that sweet old lady. And she thought I was a nice guy because I was growing that flower. You little bastard! God damn it, baked beans are good!
I hate that movie. I hate that movie so much.
You know that's the best Dennis the Menace fucking...
The cartoon wasn't bad.
No, that's the best Dennis the Menace spoof that's ever happened.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Spoof.
Yeah, spoof wise, spoof.
Are you trying to scare me? You are all our followers.
Okay, Justin, what do you think of this? And I heard about this the other day while YouTube surfing. A video of a beheaded zombie fish coming back to life goes viral on YouTube.
Alright, what's viral mean?
That means that the video gets spread out and people...
It means it goes viral, man.
You don't know what a viral video
I know
is?
what it means. man.
It just gets spread.
It spreads fast. like a virus.
And sluts have viruses.
Yes.
Sluts also spread fast.
The internet is like a disease-carrying slut.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of internet carrying a disease-ridden slut, I found a group that is worth maybe 3 minutes to look at.
Oh,
It's
what?
called Passed Out Juggalos. It's pretty ridiculous. I liked it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna unlike this, but still likes it. Did you see the comment on his picture? 'Cause he put up another picture of him without a shirt on. And I was like, dude, you need to put a shirt on, and P.S. it looks like you're pooping. And he's like, why is it always you who comments on? Why are you the only guy who comments on your pictures? And then I was like, why are you interested? Or no, he asked if I was coming out of the closet. And then I was like, are you interested? And then he went up and put up another picture and was like, are you mad? And he had no shirt on. I'm like, is he taunting me now with shirtless pictures?
Yeah. Are you mad?
He wants to touch you secretly.
Yeah, this is starting to sound weird. Apparently, 2 off-duty cops were caught egging their superior's house. Driving drunk Facebook post sends teen to jail. That's pretty awesome. So why would you post on Facebook that you were driving drunk? That's fucking retarded.
YOLO, hitting drifts, 120 miles an hour, drunk as fuck with my friends, YOLO. 30 seconds later.
Oh my god.
You and all your friends are dead.
This is big. This is a big news story right here. This is big, I think.
Fat lady falls down the world's largest stairs.
Court rules that it's flipping the bird at a cop is legal.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He was arrested.
You saw that on Rudy's then?
Huh?
Rudy?
No, I'm talking about...
It's legal? It's crazy.
Apparently, a New York man was arrested after flipping a cop off. Oh, he can sue for malicious prosecution. Sweet. But yeah, they arrested him for just basically flipping him off, and the Second U.S. Court of Appeals said that giving someone the finger is not an ancient gesture of insult and is not the basis for a reasonable suspicion of a traffic violation or impending criminal activity. So you can flip cops off now and they can't do anything. And there's a recent court case to cite where it's impossible for them to do anything.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Use that, people, if you want. I don't dislike all
Boy,
cops.
But how many cops drive past my apartment and I flip them off? I've been doing that for days.
I've been doing that for days.
365 times, more like 20 or something. So that's times something. So times something. Carry the one.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
Don't hurt yourself.
That's alright.
You start drooling.
Oh god, he was doing math.
Stephen Hawking on me now.
He was doing math.
Be rich beyond your beliefs.
There's gold made in this house.
That sounded ridiculous.
You know what else sounds ridiculous? Boneless turkey.
It does.
Would you trust it?
I don't think.
Justin, would you say you were as good or useful? Yeah, would you say you're as useful as a boneless chicken? Let me break that down for you if you don't know what it means. The words are too long for you. It's a chicken without bones.
I am even more useful than a fucking chicken without bones.
I am even more. That's a fucking meme. I'm more useful than a chicken without bones. I saw a funny thing on the Onion.
Tiffany thought that you were writing for the Onion for like one of the posts you wrote or something.
Damn, no. I hate him.
I saw an Onion thing the other day. It was like, proud son of a deceased man says that his father would have loved or would have been, proud Walgreens, or no, Walgreens, what the fuck is that? I'm so retarded.
Yeah.
Walgreens employee says that his dead father would have been proud of his toothpaste shelf job, or like just how it was.
His toothpaste display.
And it was just like a guy standing in front of the toothpaste, all happy. I don't know. Fuck.
Today, Junior.
That was such a great anecdote. Oh, you're trying to remember the headlines? Yeah, some of them were pretty funny. Like one of them said, couldn't you just let me in just this once, pretty please, by a raccoon.
Oh no. It said dog, and there's one that showed like a dog all playing in the mud or whatever, just laying there all happy, and it's like dog is more like this. Oh yeah, the dog. It's more like a disgusting member of the family. This just in or something. God damn it.
Well, I think that.
Is it dead?
No, I think you need to do your facts now.
Alrighty.
Maybe he'll be reading something. No, get down, 7.
Don't lay down.
Justin, have you learned anything on the news or kept up with your journal at all?
No.
No, of course not.
Come on, man. I missed Christmas from being sick.
Yeah, I was also sick through the holidays.
I slept through that shit.
I got up to see the nephews open their presents, and then I went back to bed.
Well, I think it's time for a commercial while I call my wife in here and we do our 45 strange and awkward facts.
Okay.
Are you a big fan of Always Sunny? Do you like that show? Do you still like that show? You don't? Well, then you wouldn't like the league, because no one ever liked that show. Here's Justin.
What does that have to do with anything about the league?
Speak up, son.
Well, Justin, you just sound like a confused guy on the
Why?
internet.
Because the league was funny, and you don't think so because you're gay.
Tell us why the league is funny. Justin, explain to it.
Tell us about the witty
hilarious.
news.
Look smart and explain to us why the league is funny.
They just have
Do
a
both.
fucking bunch of jokes and like what the fuck?
Go on.
Coming from the person who watches Glee or Degrassi.
Glee?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Max.
you better change that to Degrassi. Because I do not watch Glee. Degrassi, yes. Glee, no. Burn on Glee. Or me. Who knows?
It's
More of a burn on Glee.
nothing looks good for anything right now.
Jane, Silent Bob were on Degrassi. And they went Canadian, eh?
Who
Drake was
cares?
on Degrassi too.
You think that's his name?
Who?
Drake.
Baby!
Singer.
What's Drake's name? He's got a girl name, I know that.
Oh, wow.
Clary.
Alright. Well,
It's time for Mac to give us some of his weird facts. And we're going to see if
45
Justin's...
amazing facts
We're
for
not gonna
National Trivia Day, even though it's not National Trivia Day.
I don't know if we should do all 45.
We can do all 45, because it wasn't that long. I've already read them all out loud. 1. Jim Cummings is the voice of Winnie the Pooh. He calls sick kids in hospitals and chats with them in character. Aw. Number 2. In the mid-1960s, slumber party Barbie came out with a book called How to Lose Weight. One of the tips was, don't eat. 3. The Constitution does not require the Speaker of the House to be a member of the House. Yesterday, Colin Powell got a vote. 4. The first webcam watched a coffee pot. It allowed researchers at Cambridge to monitor the coffee situation without leaving their desks. 5. When asked if he knew the speed of sound,
Useless.
Einstein said, "Didn't carry such information in my mind since it's readily available in books." I repeat, Einstein said that. 6.
He's a smart guy.
Marie Curie's notebooks are still radioactive. 7. Hunger Games author Suzanne Collins also wrote for Clarissa Explains It All. 8. The last time a Republican
Why
was
can't you
elected...
skip the stupid ones?
Because that's funny.
It's time consuming.
The last time a Republican was elected, a president... Who cares? 9. When... 10. There is a word that rhymes with orange. Spornge. It's a botany term that means spore case. 11. The original Space Jam website still exists. 12.
I hope that was true.
In 1979, Japan offered the new British PM Margaret Thatcher 20 karate ladies for protection at an economic summit. She declined. 13. Before Google launched Gmail. Gmail was the name of a free email service offered by Garfield's website. 14. During the Cold War, the U.S. considered airdropping enormous condoms labeled medium on the Soviets. 15. Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison.
I don't know if that was true.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla said about Thomas Edison, He had no hobby, cared for no amusement of any kind, and lived in utter disregard for most elementary rules of hygiene. 16. Kentucky tweaked its Wildcat logo in 1994 after people complained the tongue was too phallic. 17. The final speech by Gregory Peck in To Kill a Mockingbird was done in one take. Applaud.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome for Gregory Peck to this shit. 18.
When New Jersey's Action Park sent crash test dummies down its looping water slide, the dummies were dismembered. 19. In 1980, Detroit presented Saddam Hussein with the key to the city. 20.
Jesus.
The Where's the Beef lady, Clara Peller, lost her job in 1985 after doing a Prego ad in which she found the beef somewhere other than Wendy's. 21. Just before Nazis invaded Paris, H.A. and Margaret Ray fled on bicycles. They were carrying the manuscript for Curious George. 22.
So
Screen went black. 22. In Super Mario Brothers, the bushes are just clouds colored green. 23. When fruit flies are infected with a parasite, they self-medicate with booze and seek out food with higher alcohol content. 24. If Zakk were an insect, he would be a fruit fly.
Oh, was that about alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When fruit flies are infected with a parasite, they self-medicate with booze. They seek out food with higher alcohol content.
Yeah, I knew that. And bees do it too. They drink cider apples and all that stuff.
The real 24. In colonial America, lobster wasn't exactly a delicacy. It was so cheap and plentiful it was often served to prisoners. 25. Crayola means oily chalk. The name combines cray, French for chalk, and ola, short for oleaginous and oily. 26. The Pittsburgh Penguins made Mr. Rogers an honorary captain in 1991. 27. Ben and Jerry originally considered getting into the bagel business. The equipment was... Ben and Jerry's originally considered getting into the bagel business, but the equipment was too expensive. 28. Liz Sheridan, who played Jerry's mom on Seinfeld, wrote a book about her love affair with James
See,
Dean.
I think that's another one of the useless ones.
It is a useless one. It's edited out. So is this conversation. You never heard it. On. Where am I? 29. Until coffee gained popularity, beer was the breakfast beverage of choice in some parts of the United States. 30. In 1493, Columbus thought he saw mermaids. They were not as this is useless. All right. Everybody knew that mermaids were just fucking manatees. God.
Yeah,
31.
mermaids
When
do
Westboro Baptist Church protested a soldier's funeral in Oklahoma, their tires were slashed. People in town refused to repair them. Aha, good for them. 32. Taco Bell is named after its founder, Glenn Bell. 33. In a 1917 letter to Winston Churchill, Admiral John Pfister used the phrase OMG.
Oh, Jesus.
34. In 2007, Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer said there was no chance of the iPhone going Belilla. I can't read on the screen. Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer said there was no chance the iPhone was going to get any significant market share. 35. An early ATM was deemed a failure because its only users were prostitutes and gamblers who didn't want to deal with the tellers face-to-face. 36. Even Fidel Castro hated New Coke, calling it a sign of American capitalist decadence.
Wow.
Just. 37. Bob Ross, on his Air Force career, said, "I was the guy who makes you scrub the latrine, who screams at you for being late to work." 38. William McKinley was on a $500 bill, Grover Cleveland was on the $1,000 bill, and James Madison was on the $5,000 bill, if you really care. 39. The Truman Show delusion is a mental... this one's kind of neat. The Truman Show delusion is a mental condition marketed by the patients of belief that he or she is the star of an imaginary reality show.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. In 1973, Mao Zedong told Henry Kissinger that China had an excess of females and offered the U.S. 10 million Chinese women. 41. Judge Judy reportedly makes $45 million a year. 42.
Nice.
During the first Super Bowl in 1967, NBC was still in the commercial when the second half kicked off. Officials asked the Packers to kick off again. 43. The male giraffe determines a female's fertility by tasting her urine. If it passes the test, the courtship continues.
What?
44.
God,
Tenor
good
Luciano Pavarotti standard contract required that there be no noise or distinct smells in the vicinity of the artist. Okay. 45. Cookie Monster is not changing his name. In a 2012 episode, he said, we've got to stop this veggie monster from... Can you do Cookie Monster?
No.
Well, anyway, he said, we've got to stop this veggie monster rumor before my reputation ruined. Before me reputation ruined.
That's pretty good.
And that was all.
Oh, God. I don't remember any of it.
No, that's fine. You heard it. You can't unhear it.
That interested you, Justin?
You want to
Well, in the beginning, it talked about the character
Do you want to look over the list?
who does Winnie the Pooh's voice calls little kids, and I'm thinking,
Yeah,
he's
that was
probably
the
just
first
a
one.
pedophile trying to keep it low.
Oh!
Come on, that's a nice
That's
thing that he's doing.
slanderous. That's
So,
totally
so
libelous.
we know what
and
Justin thinks about when he calls little children.
I think the most interesting thing to me on this list.
You can change the page too.
Yeah, I noticed. I thought the Einstein thing was cool about how he said that he doesn't need information in his mind if it's readily available in books. I thought that was funny because it's Einstein.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I liked that in Super Mario Brothers, the bushes are just clouds colored green. I never noticed that before.
I've noticed.
I've never noticed that
never
before.
noticed that.
That's pretty good.
Me and Tara played a lot of Mario.
Apparently, I've heard that there's a teddy bear on the train that goes by and Express on Call of Duty.
A teddy bear in the train?
Yeah, I'm in one of the windows when it goes by.
Where did you hear that?
Online, people are
A
talking
voice
about
online. Justin's got like this crazy
Okay.
fucking split personality that follows him online. Just comes like
The
all the way he's playing
doppelganger.
Call of Duty.
It was one of the kids that were I was
find that
playing
teddy
Call of
bear
Duty
yet?
with in one of the lobbies.
Hey, little kid, did you find that teddy bear?
Well, you call me a little kid, whatever. But no, I didn't. I told everybody about it like you told me to. What do I have to do for you now,
Okay.
master?
Good job. Now you must kill prostitutes.
Here, your eyes will glow red now.
Thank you, master.
It's
I
just
will do
ridiculous.
your bidding.
Are you a Daedra?
So they make hoodies.
Fast food, yeah!
They make hoodies that like light up and like you can do moves and shit and it'll turn like different colors. Like you could make it like you're blessed and like a fireball and it'll glow red and shit. They're like $120.
Are you leaving your Xbox here? Alrighty. Cats sleep for 70% of their lives.
Wow.
They should die for the the other 30%.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. I wish it said something about dogs. Because I think Bane might sleep 80% of his life.
One out of
Right.
every 230 cars made was stolen last year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I wonder how they count all of it.
There are over 10 million bricks in the Empire State Building.
It's a lot of bricks.
Yeah, it is a lot of bricks.
The only 15-letter word that can be spelled without repeating a letter is uncopyrightable. Forest fires move faster uphill than downhill.
Yeah,
Makes sense
because
trees just go up.
well,
Wait, what?
that and heat rises.
The fire rises.
Yeah, so fires. Yeah, they burn up
Yeah.
in whichever way the wind's blowing.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
There's no clocks in Las Vegas gambling casinos.
No, there aren't. No, I've heard that from. I
Well,
think,
have you heard that dolphins sleep with one eye open?
No.
They don't trust nobody.
That's smart also, but it's weird.
Recycling one glass jar saves enough energy to watch TV for 3 hours.
Well, I recycle everything, so paper and plastic.
More Monopoly money is
Glass.
printed in a year than real money printed throughout the world.
What?
Holy shit.
That's retarded.
That's ridiculous.
You'll eat
It's
about
crazy.
35,000
Although
cookies
we're
in a
probably
lifetime.
not taking into it, there has to be a lot of Monopoly money out there.
Yeah.
Like the mass production of Monopoly.
Post-apocalyptic, dude. You'll eat about 35,000 cookies in a lifetime.
I think I'll eat less than that.
And praying mantis is the only insect that can turn its head. Never thought about that.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's weird.
There are over $58 million in the U.S.
Crazy.
Humans blink over 10,000 or 10 million times a year. Every second, Americans collectively eat hundreds of pounds of chocolate.
Every second. It's just like chocolate grubbing rounds going on among every...
Imagine the grams
I don't
of
know.
the chocolate being eaten and the chocolate being made.
If you could map that from the sky where chocolate, it would just be like glowing.
Like Call of Duty.
It would look like explosions happening all over.
That's ridiculous.
A person uses approximately 57 sheets of toilet paper each day.
What? I do. I don't know. I don't think I do.
In 32 years, there are about 1 billion seconds. That's what it says.
That's well, I believe it. They wouldn't fudge that.
Oh,
It's not.
I
a billion
wouldn't think that
exactly.
was. There's no way. Let's do the math.
It's probably an estimate, not a.
Seriously, I don't believe in that shit either. You know, the average person laughs 13 times a day.
I don't know how you can count laughs. Do you
Or
count them for
who's
each
an
breath?
average person and who's not?
Well, I don't see people laugh.
You're
on
not
the
an
streets
average
ever.
person. Well, what am I?
Well, you don't laugh 13 times a day, so
Yeah,
you're really
definitely
not
not.
an average person. No, like you never see people laughing on the streets, right?
Here we go, Zakk. A toothpick is the the object most often choked on by Americans. I'm probably gonna choke on a
Yeah, that
toothpick.
means Max, because he chews on toothpicks, he's likely to.
That's how
choke
Mac's
on
gonna go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's my characteristic. I chew on toothpicks. I would be the guy who actually had fucking wheat chewing on and shit.
I used to chew buckwheat.
Yeah, but because you saw it in the movie. I
No,
actually
no,
need
that's-
it because I'm a freak.
No, it wasn't because I saw it in the movie. And we do
Well,
wait
what-
for you so we
What
can
I'm gonna talk
record.
about, you don't want to talk about, so.
Yeah, it's really sad. There's like 106 of them, so just read whatever ones interest you. No, don't go down. Just read.
Average iceberg weighs 20 million tons.
What did you just say?
The average iceberg weighs 20 million tons.
Alright, slow down when you read.
How much does the average
What you
iceberg,
were saying about that?
lettuce weigh?
What?
Nothing. Go on.
After eating a housefly, it regurgitates its food and then eats it again.
Okay, wait. Just keep reading. This is good.
In Tennessee, it is against the law to drive a car while sleeping. It's against the law to drive a car while sleeping. What?
You think you can do it, Justin?
I don't think anybody can do that.
Which means he doesn't think it's impossible. Nothing.
Using
Keep going.
psychology.
In Kentucky, it's the law that a person must take a bath once a year.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The power of Fetzer. Turn on tablet. What the fuck?
what the fuck?
Just tapping on it like there's a fish in there. Hey, fishy!
On average, there are 333 squares of toilet paper on each roll.
And we use like 32 of them every day.
57 is.
The odds of being killed by a dog are 1 in 700,000.
Interesting.
1 in every 4 Americans has appeared on TV.
Huh.
More money is spent on gardening
One
than
in
any
4?
other hobby.
Yeah, 1 in 4.
Yeah, 1 in
Americans.
4.
But that includes if you've been on the news or something like that.
I've been in the news, I think.
Yeah, I think I might have too when I was a kid, but
Belgians have tried to deliver mail using cats, and it didn't work.
Belgians are bored.
Where's that meal?
That's what Belgians sound like.
Where's that meal?
Sounds like New York.
Where's our meal? Yo, where's our meal, man?
There are more telephones than people in Washington, D.C.
Sell.
Grocery shoppers spend an average of 8 minutes waiting in line at this supermarket.
An average of 80 minutes. Wow. And what time span?
You can't speed read them before you find like that was so not interesting at all. I fell asleep halfway through that sentence.
Okay, if you're standing on a mountaintop and the conditions are just right, you can see a lit match from 60 miles away.
A lit match.
That's what it says.
I believe it.
That's cool.
It's a source of
A
life.
single pair of Elvis underpants has an estimated value of $1,300. In the 13th century, Europeans baptized children with beer.
Those are our ancestors.
Just drowning their children. The wife walks in. What are you doing? Fucking baptizing the little fucker.
He's gotta be religious. They go to drink wine at church.
He's done some bad shit in his life. You see the way he looked at the dog?
That's funny.
Baptized with a home and drink wine with them at church. We're good parents.
Before Prohibition,
Happy
the most
hour.
common form of drinking beer at home was drinking it out of a bucket filled at a local pub or brewery. Louis XIII owned 413 beds. Each year, Americans use enough foam peanuts to fill 10 to 85-story buildings.
Holy shit. That's
He's gonna
crazy.
save the fucking trade stars.
Quick, get them foam peanuts in there, quick! Fill all the floors! We can't get the people out, we don't care! Everyone peanuts! If we get the peanuts in there, it won't get hurt.
Okay, I think we gotta cut all that out, probably.
That was funny. Go on, dude.
Alright.
Benjamin Franklin
No one's
gave
gonna
guitar
hear.
lessons.
Ben Franklin?
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's pretty cool if it's true.
Ben Franklin discovered that if you stand outside, lightning will happen.
Okay, listen. All right, the
I
two
don't know,
steps.
it was the first one.
The two
I don't
steps.
know either.
The two steps
I
at the
harness
top
the power.
and the two at the bottom are the four most dangerous steps in a staircase.
Dude, no.
That's a personal safety tip for himself, not
What
so
is
much
that?
for the rest of us.
Minnesota has 99 lakes named Mud Lake.
Fucking name it Mud Lake again. I don't know. Who would be the people in charge of naming stuff? Because that guy's like having a bad day. Like him and his wife are like in charge of like naming that stuff. Well, give it to the Lewis couple. They'll name all the lakes. And like they're just sitting at home all pissed off, firing at each other. I don't give a fuck. Name it Mud Lake again. Name it Mud Lake again. I don't give a fuck. Name that one Mud Lake. I don't care.
Well, you know what? I don't care either, so it's gonna be named Mud Lake, and everyone's gonna think you're stupid.
Name it Mud Lake. I don't care, bitch.
The electric chair was invented by a dentist.
Yeah, I knew that.
Quotation marks.
Scarlett shut up too. I was gonna see if it was coming up on there. But
Quotation
It is.
marks have only been around for about 300 years. They're the youngest punctuation marks in the English language.
Nice.
so this caveman's definitely weren't doing this.
Yeah, no, they were there.
Warsaw is the city with the largest Polish population on Earth. Chicago has the second largest.
I believe it.
Send Stephanie to Chicago. Cause you know Stephanie don't listen to the podcast.
If you refrigerate your rubber bands, they last longer.
These rubber bands, they need to be
A
cold.
gozzard is a person who owns geese.
Get out of here, Marty, you dirty gozzler.
Yeah, dirty old gozzard.
If an entire family is overweight, the odds are the dog is too.
Just imagine the family sitting around eating chicken.
The fat family with their fat dog.
The word gullible is not in the dictionary.
The word gullible is in the dictionary.
That's what it says.
Yeah, I know, because
They
just
want you to
throw
look
people
it
off.
up. Yeah, because that's
There are coffee flavored Pez. Americans eat 12 billion bananas each year.
that's
You guys always have bananas.
yeah. That's because the nephews love those things.
I got
Rise a monkey boy, climbs on stuff and eats.
Someone
fruit
living in
and
New
bananas.
York could eat out every night of their life and never eat at the same restaurant.
I don't know
I can
about
see
that.
that they do in New York. They have like McDonald's like in every block.
Oh well, yeah. I suppose.
That was his idea of eating at a different restaurant every night. You go to every
Go to
Well,
New
no,
York.
I'm just saying.
You go to
but
McDonald's.
I'm sure there's way more restaurants, and I'm.
I went to
and
this
it could be-
McDonald's
it's
that was on the
plausible.
third-
I want to try their
floor?
pizza. New York pizza, I heard it's great.
I went to a McDonald's that was on the 30th floor.
Coffee is the world's most recognizable smell.
I could probably see that.
Okay. And poop isn't. Come on, really?
Well, that's the most socially accepted.
I think more people
recognizable
are
smell.
aware of poop than they are of coffee.
I don't know about that.
Okay? Everybody knows of their poop.
I don't know if there's people who don't know what coffee is, unless they're like kids. But even kids know
Yeah,
what
but
coffee
if you
is,
yeah,
so
but
they
if
grow
you
up.
don't yeah, but listen, the people who don't know what coffee is even know what poop is.
Oh yeah, of course. Unless they think it's demons coming up.
Unless they have no
And
butts.
stretch when they wake up in the morning.
And stretch when they wake up in the morning.
That's awesome.
lift leaves.
That's what we gotta do our stretches. Jim Clarence.
Dogs are mentioned 14 times in the Bible, and cats are not mentioned once.
Good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Even though I'm not. Yeah,
Take
but
that,
still.
science. No.
By the time you say 3,000 puppies are born in the U.S.
So it's useless. We should stop saving puppies.
Alright, look. 3,000 puppies. 3,000 puppies. That was 9,000 puppies. Dude, we have the control to look.
We're just putting out puppies like crazy
9,000
right now.
puppies. There they go.
3,000.
Well, these are more, alright?
Well, you have to say it slower than.
9,000.
See, that was about
A
12,000.
duck's
puppies.
quack doesn't echo.
Yeah, I told Mac that I think a duck's. Or no, I told my sister that. A duck's quack does not echo, and scientists don't really know why.
Some lions mate over 50 times a day.
How do they kill gazelle? How do they get any time to do anything else?
These are some of the lions. The other ones are busy.
That's fucked up.
God,
The male praying mantis cannot copulate while its head is attached to its body. The female initiates sex by ripping the male's head off.
It's copulate.
Copulate what? Copulate, copulate.
Have you ever
It's not the
copulated
same.
before?
Yeah. Butterflies taste with their feet.
Yes, that's true. Oh,
Rats can't vomit.
Oh, here's the one I don't know if it's on there. Dragonflies have legs, but they can't walk.
Yeah,
They
I
can
heard
only
about that
land.
one.
They're just landing.
Cows sleep only
landing
3 hours a
gear
day.
always up.
Yeah. Landing gear is down. What was that last one?
Cows sleep every 3 hours, only 3 hours a day.
Tweakers.
Fucking bring it out, man.
Camels have
trying to see
three
all the-
eyelids to protect themselves from blowing sand.
I'm starting to see all these spots everywhere, man. I'm freaking out.
Jaws is the most common name for goldfish in the UK.
How come we've never seen a goldfish named John?
Not an American.
Uh,
That was in the UK.
A hedgehog's heart beats 300 times a minute on average.
Yeesh.
A parrot's intelligence is comparable to a 5-year-old child. A flea can jump 350 times its body length. It's like a human jumping the length of a football field.
Animal facts. This has been a very informative episode so far.
Justin, do you dream?
Yeah, I dream all the time.
Tell us one of your weirdest dreams.
No more facts.
No more facts.
Too many facts.
I don't know anymore, man.
Surprise your ears are.
I don't know. I don't really have weird dreams. I just have like dreams about like military type shit. I don't know.
I had a dream the other night that I was in Ivory Tower.
That you were in Ivory Tower.
The Halo map?
Yeah. Like, it was, like that stairwell that's all it's got like glass around it and stuff. Where that elevator is. I was like, that stairwell was it. And I was like, oh, this is it.
That's weird.
That part was in like this building that was in my dream. My dreams are fucking crazy.
Yeah, my dreams can be a little out there, but enough about that. I just wanted to find out one from Justin, but all you can say is military.
What about that dream where you had an office? I want to know what was up with that.
Yeah, do you
What
remember?
are you talking about?
No, you get out of my office.
We've brought it up on the podcast.
That
We've brought it up on the podcast before.
I don't remember that one at all.
Justin
I've told
yelled
that
out,
though, right?
"Get out of my office!"
Maybe I think
One
so.
of them 28th, I heard you yell that in your sleep once. You're like, no, you get out of my office. Like yelling at someone in your sleep. And I was like, Justin? And I was like, I knew you were sleeping because you don't have an office.
That was a giveaway, right there.
Dead giveaway. Space peanut.
So yeah, you dream about owning an office someday.
Oh, one of the weird ones I had. Like apparently I was friends with Jay Bruchel or whatever the hell his name is, and Seth Rogen. And like they were friends and they like had a fight or something. And so Seth Rogen left and like Jay Bruchel was all like in a recliner, like all hunched over in his chair, like crying, like with a blanket on him. And I like left, and because they had like a window that led to like a fire escape. And I was like, I'm out of here, man. And I grabbed my backpack and left, and I hopped out the window. Like, but I came in through the door and shit. And like, so I left out the window, and like, I look back, and it's just him, and he looks so sad. He's just sitting there crying. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't know, it was really weird.
I dreamed once I was flying around Silver City, New Mexico at night, and I was landing on roofs, and then I climbed into this one window in this house, and I ate dinner with corn. And I had 2 eggs.
Corn's not a bad side dish.
And I too exited through the window. When I flew. Dude, in my dreams I can fly.
Next time, maybe Fetzer will be here, but he doesn't seem like he cares. Maybe we get Booby back.
Oh, I care. Oh, we should have called Booby.
Yeah, we should have called somebody. But, too late now.
I don't have my phone, so we can't come back.
So yeah. Goodbye. Stay tuned for the next time.